He's not stupid. He didn't get where he was because he's stupid. It's unfortunate that not a lot of people know who he really is. When he wants to lock into you, and he wants to intrigue you or capture you or, you know, whatever he wants to do with you, he can do it. When Michael wants to pull you into his life somehow, he's very good at it. Didn't necessarily think it was going to go romantic, but it did. Seemingly all fine and real. I fell into this whole, you poor, sweet, misunderstood thing, I'm going to save you, you know, I fell into that. I fell in love with him, I did. In love? Yes, I fell in love at the time. And he fell in love with me, and I fell in love with him, and it was very real. I can be next to the man, and I can feel more comfortable that way. I wasn't... Honestly, don't like attention on me. Loved being next to him and taking care of him. I was on such a high doing that. It was the highest point of my life, one of the very highest points of my life, was when things were going really well, and he and I were united together, and he and I had an understanding about some of the people and the things that could go around him. And he was with me on those things, and we were a unit. When you have that situation, then you have its drawbacks, which is, you know, entourages, people. I didn't like the attention. It was like it was a shitstorm. I mean, I couldn't go anywhere. He needed to do his thing. I would be there uncomfortably, like the MTV thing. And I heard about it last minute. All I could think about was, you know, 10,000 people right in front of me, and holy I literally made his hand blue. I was squeezing it so hard. I was already neurotic that I even had to walk on stage and not say anything in the first place, so I was like, I can't, please, do we have to do that? You know, it was just, it's not in my nature to do that sort of thing.
Put a Diane Sawyer interview of you and Michael. Was that weird?
Yeah, that was a little strange. It was very strange. I mean, I was a nervous wreck, so.
Did you regret doing that?
I did after, it was a little disturbing, startling. I was looking into the future, and I was thinking, I don't ever want to get into a custody battle with him. I don't want to do this. I don't want to go head-to-head with him, so I need to make sure that everything around is good.
How did it end? What happened?
It just kind of went really sour really fast. It sort of just dwindled out of control, and it went to hell in a handbasket, basically. Yeah.
There was a very profound point in the marriage when he had to make a decision. Was it the drugs and the sort of vampires, or me? And he pushed me away.
Vampires?
Spiders, vampires.
Sycophant, sucking his blood.
Yeah. Yes.
So you saw that all around him?
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah. But you filed for divorce from Michael?
Yes.
And how did you tell him that was it?
It was when he was, you know, it was over the phone. I'd had enough. There was a lot of stuff going on then. It got really ugly at the end. It wasn't pretty.
I left him to sort of stomp my foot into the ground and go. I was trying to take a stand and say, come with me, don't do this. And it was a stupid move, because he didn't. But I have to say in retrospect that he honestly tried so hard and went through so much with me, and I really admire that he really gave it a good shot. You know, I didn't appreciate it then, and I wish I did.
Michael was always asking you about your father.
Yes. And he said, I feel like I'm going to end up the same way.
And did you say why?
Yeah. I was like, what are you talking about? And I don't understand. Down to the play-by-play incident was identical. The one thing that correlates with Michael and with my father on this subject is that they had the luxury of creating whatever reality around them they wanted to create. They could have the kinds of people who were going to go with their program or not go with their program. And if they weren't, then they could be disposed of.
It's the reality of being a god in your own world.
Right.
Yeah.
When it's this unusual reality and an ivory tower and this godlike life mixed with an addiction, that's when you get into trouble.